Back at you with another video coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So check this out. Deion Sanders, prime time, coach of Jackson State University. Prime did a genius move, man. You know, he actually brought in Brittany Renner to do a speech to the football team last week. So basically, he brought her in to basically explain to his players that this is the type of woman you want to stay away from. Prime is really a genius move if you really think about it, man. Prime basically brought her in. She spoke for I think it's like a little over an hour and say, hey, this is the type of girl that you want to stay away from in the DMs. So I'm gonna play the video.
Now calm down.
Can you introduce yourself and let's go from step A to Z because we got to kind of show these guys the other side of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence so they can understand from your point of view how this game is played.
So my name is Brittany Renner, aka.
See, a lot of these guys, they're not used to seeing a woman like Brittany. Now, she's a cute girl. I mean, she ain't drop dead gorgeous. She ain't the most beautiful girl in the world. But a lot of these young dudes, they're not used to being around a woman that looked like her. So if you pay attention, when she walked in, a lot of these guys was like, "Oh my gosh," they couldn't even believe a woman like her is in the room. They're not used to being around women like this. And see, the problem is, even though she's there telling them to watch out for women in the DMs, some of these dudes is still gonna be in her DMs when she's gone. I'm gonna keep watching.
Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for
almost. Joke ain't took notes all year, but now you. And that's how the game starts with the family. Right. They're going on Instagram and they see you. And what happens? They try to get off in the DMs. And kind of take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
Nothing but blue checks.
They missed that game right there. She said it's like a Nike store.
It's like a Nike store. There's nothing but blue checks. So honestly, when you reach a certain status, you can have the pick of the litter. So for me,
she don't mean checks, paper. She mean blue checks.
I'm talking heavy hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. And for me, my whole journey on here, I felt like my life almost felt like I was in Disney World, like I lived in Disney World. Like, you get to skip the line, you get privilege. Like, people just want to be next to you. They don't even see you as human anymore. And you can either, use it to your advantage and maybe abuse it, or you can, try to make something happen. So a lot of guys who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner. So naturally, if you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. Just like you boost my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I boost your stock. It's just that simple. It's kind of like a give and
This is whole culture. This is whole culture. This is not normal for the average man and woman out here. This is whole culture. I'm gonna keep playing the video.
take, but you have to be aware of what you're signing up for. You want to make it to the NFL, and it's kind of like, you do understand there's a lot that comes with that, right? There's gonna, like, to be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the $1 billion question we're all wanting to know.
This is how the game is played. Please know that. We putting you up on game because some of y'all gonna make it. I hope, pray all of y'all make it. Even if you make it in the business world, that's a whole nother category of game. In that world too, they just dress it up a little different.
Yeah.
The game is the same. Only thing changes your name. That's stuff I just did right there.
You are useful, and it's better to be useful than useless. So you just have to have that understanding that, okay, I have something to offer, you know, whether it's financial, status.
No. My grandmother used to tell me, you can use people, but don't misuse people.
Whatever. And people do see that as a bonus to be with you. There's nothing wrong with that because both of you can have stuff going on, but you just have to be aware nobody is just here for nothing. It's just about figuring out who could be there during the times of adversity. And you would only know that going through adversity. Like, if you had an injury and you weren't able to play, or just for even a short amount of time, like, there are situations where you have your favorite person or you're in a relationship and y'all want to play. Like, there are repercussions to everything that you do, good, bad, or indifferent. Because there is a cost at telling the truth, but there is an even greater cost when you lie. So, as a man, you be prepared to stand on principle. So if you want to lie and you want to cheat, you know, just like in my situation, then you got to accept it how it comes. Accept what comes behind it.
That's actually some good advice right there. I got to give it to him. You know, I'm going to let it keep playing.
I feel like a lot of men do cheat because they are afraid of, well, what if I'm being faithful and I'm just a duck and she's cheating or lying on me? But the thing is when you cheat, you're really only cheating yourself out of something real. Because the relationship is only going to go as deep as you're able to go with yourself. And so if you're committed, as a man, you gave this woman your word. If you're committed and you don't honor that commitment, then really what are you worth? And where are you going? What are you doing? Because you're wasting your own time. So I don't know if it's just like a hypothetical situation, but I feel like if you're going to cheat on whoever you're with, then just leave. Have some respect for yourself and leave.
See, when y'all get my age and my stage, you gotta learn how to listen. Because when you listen, a woman really tells on herself. Do you understand how passionate she was about that? Did you understand how passionate she was about that? You either adding to me or helping me multiply, or you subtracting and divide. And all those people that subtract and divide for the pettiness and all that, they gotta go. They're in there for just a moment because I dismiss them, I flush them, and move.
See, Prime giving some good game. This is wisdom of the ages here. I'm gonna let it keep rolling.
Move on to the next page. I don't even look back.
I can respect anyone's truth, but I do not put liars. Once you lie one time, your credibility.
She's a liar. Her whole get down is a liar. So how can you respect truth when everything that you've been built upon is a lie? She's contradicting herself.
Is shot. Like, there's nothing left to discuss because you don't even respect yourself enough to tell yourself the truth. So if you're gonna, like, that's cool, you lie to everybody else, but don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. So for me, whatever you put out into the world, you have to get back. It's the Karma Cafe where you're served what you deserve.
So I appreciate you keeping it 100 and being authentic with us. Let's clap it up for her, baby.
Thanks, God.
See, really, it's really a good move on Prime. Genius move, really, because he's showing his guys the type of women that you should be aware of in the DMs once you become much more successful, either in college or when you go to the NFL. But he actually brought her in to talk about females that's just like her. I've never seen anybody do this before. It's really a genius move on his part. It really shows how much he cares about these guys. And I don't see any other coaches in college doing this. But there's no man in his right mind is going to take this woman serious. You know, the only other type of guy that would take her serious is a guy that's really not used to being around attractive women. And like I said, she's a cute girl, but I don't think she's a beautiful girl. She's not the most beautiful girl in the world, but she's a cute girl. She'll make her money. You know, I don't think she'll be on the cover of a magazine. But you know, she came out with a book. She do an Instagram thing, make her money. But she's single. She don't got no man. She feels like she should be the star of the show. She feels like she should shine. And then she says she wants to be a wife. Well, you can't be a wife and feel like you should shine at the same time. It doesn't work that way. It's either or. Either you're going to be a wife or you're going to be a star of the show. But you can't be both. So, hey, shouts out to Prime. Deion saying it's prime time. Prime time, baby. It's a genius move, man. You know. Tell me what you think below. Like, share this episode. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.